What is up, guys? We're back on the 4Runner. Today, we're doing axles. I'm not excited to do this, but it should be pretty easy. I regret saying that. Yeah, so basically we're just gonna take off the front wheels, and then we're just gonna take off the brake components, and then we're gonna remove the dust cover and undo the front tie rod, steering tie rod, and then where the hub connects to the spindle, or the lower control arm, where the spindle connects to the lower control arm, back off the axle nut, pull the axle out, I mean hammer it out, and then put in the new one, hammer it in, reverse. Sounds easy. Let's see. It's also 19 degrees, so got that going for us too. So if I stop because my hands aren't functioning, that's why. All right, let's do this. All right, well, I don't have the right size axle nut. And I got 32 millimeter, so off to the parts store. We'll be back. All right, so went to the store, got some new cotter pins, the whole set. That way we can replace anything that we need to replace. Had to get some new picks because I destroyed my last set of picks. And then we got basically every size socket from 33 to 36, because this doesn't look like a 36 to me. I think it might be 35 because it's not factory. It's not a factory axle, so we'll see. Let's go. Let's talk about what happened here. So my lower control arm bolts underneath would not come off. There's two, one right here and one over there. They would not come off, and it just so happens that we're putting a lift on right now, so I was like, oh well, I'll take off the upper control arm, which was a pain in the butt. Then I undid the sway bar end link, and then I was able to get the axle out through the side. So the only thing holding up my hub and spindle is the lower control arm right now. I undid this bracket because I didn't want to have to put any tension on that line. So that, but now I'm gonna go ahead and probably take off the skid plates, because I'm gonna have to anyways, and then I'm gonna go underneath there and tap out the axle from the other side. But you can see that's my tear in my boot. It is about to start leaking, so I am gonna get something and put it underneath there so I don't destroy my driveway anymore. All right. All right, so got it out of there. As you can see, we're leaking a little bit, not much. Torn boot, good boot. Good packing on these. Got DSS this time, so we'll see how they work. Yeah, I'm really happy with the packing on these. So we're gonna go ahead and put the new one on, and yeah, let's go. Alright guys, well, we tapped it in till it was flush. Fluid stopped leaking. Might need to tap it in a little bit more, but not much. I don't need to give it too much. It slid pretty well in. I had to upgrade to a little bit of a bigger dead blow mallet, and but it went in really well. So now I gotta get it in the hub, and then we can start reversing what we did, and then switch to the other side, of course. But yeah, not too bad. Other than those two bottom bolts, those things stink. All right, keep going. Well, so got the bolt on, the nut on. The axle went in just as smooth as it came out, well, kind of. But I'm gonna reverse everything up, put the dust cover on. Clearly, this wasn't the first time this axle had been changed. You can tell because this is usually perfect if it hasn't, or they've replaced it. But you can see that it's got some dings on here, which basically means that somebody else has replaced it. Highly recommend impact tools. Definitely recommend getting yourself some dead blow mallets, and a good 3-pound mallet to, you know, beat these this spindle where it meets the upper control arm, and the tie rod where it meets the spindle, because you're gonna have to beat it up. Not beat it up, but, you know, give it some love for it to come out. Yeah, now we're just gonna kind of reverse it and go backwards. All right, so now we're gonna move to the other side. Let's do this. All right, guys. Well, that last one took some coaxing. It's kind of hard to balance it and tap it in at the same time, so it might be easier to have a buddy help you out with that. All right, so this nut gets, I believe, 217 pound-feet. So we're gonna torque that down, then we're gonna put our brakes back on, and then the good stuff, the fun stuff is gonna happen. But that's gonna be a separate video. So I'm gonna wrap it up here, but basically, you know, reverse order and get everything locked in. So we took off our end link. As you can see in the video, that end link is shot, so I'm probably gonna end up having to order some new end links, which is all right. They're pretty cheap. And then it looks like my boot on my upper control arm was shot, which is, or up here, sorry, which is okay because I actually have some upper control arms. I wish I got uniball, but they're just regular ball joint. But they're Camberg, so I'm pretty pumped about that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Holler at me if you have any concerns, comments, or feedback, or whatever. I'm open for it all. But thanks for watching, guys.